Welcome back to the Cronkite Sports Report. I'm Victoria Samuels. On this trick-or-treat day, we're serving up mostly treats, especially for fight fans who saw a sweet match at Desert Diamond Arena on Saturday when a former YouTube star turned professional boxer faced off against a mixed martial arts icon. Cronkite News reporter Jacob Flores was there for the big Jake Paul Anderson Silva event.
In one of the most highly anticipated boxing matches of the year, here at the newly named Desert Diamond Arena, where they're actually breaking down the event right behind me, Jake Paul defeated Anderson Silva via unanimous decision. Now, many people thought that this would be a much easier fight for Paul. However, that turned out not to be the case when he went up against his childhood idol.
He was the one that told me I could accomplish anything if I set my mind to it. He's such an inspiration, and you know, I had to go in there and match his heart tonight, a heart that I saw through the TV screen when I was a kid.
After exchanging leather in the squared circle, Silva accepted his defeat and gave props to Paul.
It's very important that people respect the moment, the Jake's moment now. I know I lost. I know I failed in my whole strategy, and my opponent win, and I need to respect that.
Following the fight, Paul was already looking ahead to his next match as he has his eyes set on another MMA legend.
Is back to the drawing board, and we'll see who it is. But you know, Nate Diaz was here acting like a bitch. Everyone wants that fight. He tried to fight people in the hallway. You know, Nate, stop fighting people for free. Let's do it in the ring, okay? I know you're a little slow, buddy, but it's okay. We can make that fight happen.
Fights of this magnitude and so much hype behind it tend to break records, and that was the case for Paul versus Silva, as it actually broke the record for the highest grossing boxing event in Desert Diamond Arena history. In Glendale, Jacob Flores, Cronkite News.
Saturday's fight was the 6th professional bout of Paul's career. He will also cash in on the pre-fight bet he made with Silva, starting a union for MMA fighters. Thrills and chills in Vegas for the Sun Devils this weekend. The ASU men's hockey team traveled to T-Mobile Arena to play in an annual U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame destination game hosted by the 6th-ranked University of North Dakota. Arizona State played in front of a sea of green as North Dakota fans traveled by the thousands to create a hostile environment for the Sun Devils. UND started off scoring 2 goals in the first 10 minutes of play. But the Sun Devils were able to battle back with 3 unanswered goals to shock the Hawks with 3-2 victory, securing what is arguably the biggest win in program history.
This win is huge for the Arizona State program. We're overlooked in every way. We're never expected to come in and win this game, and we showed tonight that we're a hockey school and we can come and win games versus the top teams in the country.
From a victory on the ice to one on the football field, the Sun Devils were scary good in Colorado on Saturday. Led by Trenton Bourguet, ASU trampled the Buffaloes 42-34. Bourguet, who got the start over Emory Jones, threw for 435 yards and 3 touchdowns. The redshirt junior was a perfect 9 of 9 in the first quarter. A quarterback switch wasn't the only difference from Saturday's game. Coach Sean Aguano also took over as play caller for the first time. You can expect both changes to remain intact moving forward.
Trenton has earned the right to be the starter. Our kids are doing well with him, and they trust him. You know, it's a bad spot for Emory. The great conversation that we had with Emory is that, Coach, I'll be ready if the time comes. And so that's always hard on a kid.
The Sun Devils will host the 10th-ranked UCLA Bruins on Saturday. The Arizona Wildcats went head-to-head against USC on Saturday, who was ranked 10th at the time. The marquee matchup was an opportunity for Arizona to secure a signature win. It was homecoming week for the Wildcats, and former Arizona great Rob Gronkowski was on hand to add a little star power at Arizona Stadium. The Wildcats battled the mighty Trojans and trailed by just 2 points heading into the 4th quarter. But USC was just too much as they came away with a 45-37 victory. Despite the outcome, Wildcats head coach Jed Fish was pleased with his team's effort.
I thought it was one heck of a football game. Thought that there was not a time in the game that we didn't think we were going to win the game. There was not a time in the game that we didn't feel we could go head-to-head with that team, and we did it.
Finally, on this Halloween, we end with a frightful trip around the NASCAR track as they held their second-to-last race of the season at Martinsville Speedway over the weekend. Take a look at this. Using a move literally taken out of a video game, on the final turn, Ross Chastain took his hands off the wheel, braced his car against the wall, and floored the throttle to punch his ticket to the championship race this weekend. Chastain's final lap was 50 miles an hour faster than a normal lap at the track. The drivers will face off in the championship race at Phoenix Raceway this weekend. That's it for today's Cronkite Sports Report. Back to you, Sydney.